Hey guys, how are you doing today? Welcome to another reading. Um, Today we're gonna start pretty simple. This message is for someone who's been working on the heart chakra. Okay, so you can be intentionally working on your heart chakra or not intentionally. So sometimes what happens is when we are connected to other people, right, to uh, relatives or like friends for a really long time, we exchange energy to each other. And when there are people around us actually healing, we also receive some of the healing. We also start to heal, okay, in some degree, of course, um, but it's all connected, right? Because with everyone we get in contact with, we exchange some energy somehow, and we have that connection with that person. So today's message is about that. It's about the heart chakra. I felt my heart really like heavy. Um, Sometimes there was like this feeling about like feeling my chest so heavy that like holding to cry. Like when you really frustrated and you literally need to hold yourself to don't cry. So yeah, I felt like that, but I felt that like really strong on the heart chakra. But I also felt like the heart chakra opening up, and of course for each person is different. But for example, when my heart chakra started to open up, was really interesting because I actually felt it like physically on my body, like on this in this area of my body, like really like almost like was a stretching, like was actually a really interesting experience. And that's what I felt when I got this message. Okay, the like the heart was literally like cracking, like cracking open. So perhaps you've been feeling like something in this area, like cracking, like you're stretching, and you're not really sure what it is. It could be your heart chakra opening. Okay. Of course, you can also check, go to the doctor or something, of course. But anyway, we're gonna talk about heart chakra. So, like, perhaps you've been seeing a lot of green, um, is something too that it can be happening. Okay, I feel called to like show these flowers. There are peonies. I don't know if that's how you say it, but anyway, I feel called to show them. I don't know if it can mean anything to you, like peonies or like flowers in general, or like even like the colors, right? White and pink. It's really like, I don't know, like harmonious, I would say, right? So it can mean to you those colors too. Okay, so let's go to tarot now and check it out what we should know about this message. I think like when the heart chakra is opening, it's so interesting. For me, I think was a really cool experience because I truly like felt like in my body, you know. Um, I felt something when the other chakras were like aligning too, but but like I remember like the heart chakra was like so cool, and sometimes like I still feel it, and for me it's like, I don't know, I just think it's a really really cool experience. So anyway, if you're like feeling that, feeling like, feeling like physical symptoms, or like feeling your chest really heavy or something like that, it may be okay. So let's check it out. Okay, so let's see your energy at the moment. Maybe you're feeling like kind of messy, like all around the place. Like I started like to shuffle and like a lot of cards fell off. Like it's, maybe you may be feeling like all over the place. Okay, first we got Five of Swords. So with Five of Swords, you may be feeling that you're losing something, and you're just looking at like, you're trying like to carry a lot of stuff, and but you're also looking to the past, or like looking back and seeing like what you're losing, what you're lost, almost like damage control, like when we have to do damage control, like we need to check what we have, check what we lost, and to see what we can save or what we cannot save, right? So probably like you're in this situation right now, like you're trying to understand what is really a loss, or what you really can keep like going with. Yeah, you're trying to do that, like to understand what you lost and what you didn't, right? To understand what you like, where to go, what you can bring to where you're going, basically. So let's say what yes, it's actually funny because at the bottom we have the Eight of Cups. That is kind of basically that, like you're turning your back to something, right? And actually moving towards something you actually like or want to. And at the top we have the Chariot. That is like, you're right now, you are choosing a path that maybe before it wasn't that clear, but now you actually know where you want to go, right? So that's pretty good. Okay, so let's see, what can we know about your heart chakra, right? What's the advice for you right now about your heart chakra? Okay, so we got the Sun, we got the Four of Cups, and we got Nine of Wands. So I feel like for a heart chakra, it's almost like right now you need to like let it shine. You need to like to let your heart shine and to actually be like the center of the attentions, like to really like give your heart the attention that it deserves, you know. Yes, it's like it's exactly like how I feel, like when your heart is cracking open and there's like this green light going all over around. Anyway, and then I also feel here with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Wands is that perhaps you've been a little bit defensive. You've been like tired, right? You're probably like being a little bit defensive in the matter of uh, opening up your heart chakra. Because when we open our heart chakra, it's like it's for unconditional love, for forgiveness. You know, to we start to understand and feel that other people also go through stuff, and that's why they act the way they do. Okay, I'm not saying that we should keep those people in our lives. Okay, of course, we need to place people where they belong, but it's about being compassionate about other people. It's about understanding that, like, we all have things to heal and to be compassionate about other people that they are also like going through stuff that sometimes they have a hard time to see, right, what's going on or how to handle things. And like we all have this process, like me too. Like before I started like my healing journey or healing process, I had like habits and done stuff, that I wasn't sure why I did it, but I did it, and I cannot change the past. And okay, so like everyone that I hurt in the past is like they're not like going to let me in their lives again, you know. Maybe they will, maybe some not, because of the compassion, right? To understand that other people also go through stuff. So I think like perhaps this healing is coming to you, but you're kind of still like defensive. You're like, oh no, it's not what I no, that's not happening. So I feel like it's that, the healing is up is here. Is here for you. Your heart is cracking open right now, but you're still trying to like keep it closed. You're still trying to like, nah, not here, not today, because it hurts, right? It's not easy. Any process of the healing is not easy. And I think like the heart, when your heart starts to like really open, it's a game changer. It's like changing. It's totally different. You start to see things totally different. Okay, so I feel like there is this defensiveness here about this healing process. Okay, so and then here at the bottom we have the Two of Swords, that it feels like you don't want to see this coming. You don't like her. You know there's something going on, but you just don't want to see it. You don't want to choose one path or another. You're kind of just in the middle, like expecting that things will like just happen, you know. And at the top we have Nine of Cups, that is like this is something that you ask for at some point in your life. This is a wish come true. So like you ask for this and it's being given to you, and it's like you're just like refusing to see it. Okay, so think about this because you asked for it. Okay, so let's see. Guys, I'm laughing because I've been there, and like healing is a daily thing. Like you always have something to heal, like a different degree. But like I feel like when is the first like the surface, like not the surface, like the deeper roots when we start to heal because it's usually the ones that are really really hurt and the ones that are really hard to heal. Um, they hurt a lot. It's almost like you feel everything that happened to you in all those years like all at once. It's horrible. I'm not gonna romanticize this because it's not pretty. Okay, it hurts so damn much. So I understand that perhaps you don't want to feel that. You don't want to feel all the hurt again, all the pain again, right? But it's part of the process. It feels better. Like when you get through that part, you will feel better. I promise you. I definitely do. It's like it's trust me. Trust me in that one. Okay, so let's see. What should you focus right now about your heart chakra? Okay, so we got Queen of Swords, we got Five of Wands, we got Ten of Swords, and we got the Fool. So here I feel that you need to be truth, truth. Yeah, you need to be true to yourself. I feel that like all this is is bringing a lot of inner conflict right now for you, and to be honest, you're suffering more of like keeping this in your mind and instead of actually letting your heart crack open. So it's like it's being more hurtful to like don't be true to yourself, to like just pretend that nothing is happening than the actual healing. Okay, so and right now it's like literally like up to you because we got the Fool here. So like it's literally like up to you to take this risk and to open your heart for this healing. Okay, and about being true to yourself because I think that's the main thing here about being true to yourself. So right now that's what you should focus on. To focus what you really want and what it's really you. Okay, you need to just be honest to yourself. Also, it came to my mind like the way you talk to yourself. It's really important right now. So if you're a person that like is not nice to yourself, um, that's not gonna help you right now. Okay, so be nice to yourself. Nice to yourself. Be gentle. Be compassionate to yourself. You know, everybody makes mistakes. We all have things to heal. Okay, but the important thing is for you to understand what is there to heal, and actually works towards it, right? Because that's the thing, no one can do for you. You're the only one who can do it. So and again, it's something that you kind of wish for, right? um so it's like it's there, right? And at the bottom we have the high priestess, that I see that's you need to really go inward and understand um, your shadows and your lights, to be really conscious about both of them, about your shadows and your lights. Okay, I think that's really important. I think like somehow you already know some of it, I would say, but maybe not all of it. That you need to go deeper on that. And on top, we have the chariot again. So it's like, again, you need to choose a path. Okay, you need to choose what you want, where you want to go. Okay, so let's ask, what's the advice for you? What you should do right now to crack this heart open? Okay, so we got the Eight of Pentacles. Whoop. Okay. Got the Eight of Pentacles. And we also got the Knight of Pentacles. What I think is really interesting here is like, what you need to do right now is literally like to work on it. Like you need to work on your heart chakra, because it's the only way you're gonna be able to actually transmute that into something in your reality. It's like when you work on your heart chakra, you're gonna be able like to really like also like share this with people, like with people that you love, with people that are around you. Again, like I told you before, when we start to heal other people around us, it starts to heal too, right? There's that thing that says, people change when you change, right? There's always a change. Like some people, they literally like change themselves, or there's like change in the scenario, change, like anyway, there's always a change. And when you do the work, you're actually gonna be able like to see things working on here, on earth, like material stuff. You're gonna start, like you're gonna plant a seed of abundance, and you're gonna start to see all around you. And at the bottom we have the Ace of Wands. That is that, like, perhaps you need to like be creative about it. Maybe you're just not like a really big fan of the conventional stuff. It came to my mind now, like perhaps you just need something that is different, a different type of healing. Or like with someone. So I really recommend sound baths, Reiki, yoga, but sometimes you can get all those things, but perhaps you need someone different. Perhaps you're not like really the person that go to a sound bath with like a lot of people, you know, like you don't really, you're not like really like into like Zen or really spiritual, I would say. Um, so perhaps you need a different approach. Hmm. Perhaps like those modalities, but the person that is actually helping you gives you a different approach of things. You know, so like yes, that's what is that, I don't know, but that's what's coming to me, that you're not going to like just go to a studio and do a yoga class or a sound bath. Again, like it's not because you're like afraid to be seen, that there is just like it's not your thing. Perhaps you don't feel comfortable, or it's just like you just don't like it, you know. And I think it's okay, but then like you need to figure out the other approaches that you have, right? You can always have like a private session. Like I'm pretty sure like all of the professionals that they work with all those modalities, they always have private sessions, especially like with Reiki. I've done before, so I really recommend it. Like Reiki, it's like life changer. It's like I love Reiki. um, but yeah, so like perhaps you just need to find the right person to actually work with. Okay, perhaps that's the thing right now. You need to find someone who you're comfortable with, in the environment that you're like comfortable with, you know. Um, and then like on top we have justice. What is interesting about justice is again to like um perhaps there's something in your mind right now that is taking a lot of space. It's taking a lot of time, a lot of your energy. Um, and that needs to balance to, yeah, that needs to get balanced to actually be like to, things around you also start to balance. Okay. Okay, so I'll get one last thing here, like a general advice, like we've done here, like I'll focus on your heart chakra. um, but let's give you like a general advice. Doesn't need to be specifically about the heart chakra. Okay. Okay. I feel like it's kind of basically what we talk about. I just want to like kind of confirm it. Okay, but we got Two of Wands, the High Priestess, Justice, and Three of Cups. So I feel like you see like the way that you want to go with, right? You're looking at options, you're planning, you know, and you want to go somewhere. You actually want to move, to start moving, to get moving. And then we have like again like the High Priestess and the and Justice. I almost feel like there's something that it needs to be unveiled. maybe there's like a secret, or there's something that like it has been like hidden, or something that like it's, I don't know, like it's a secret or something that is not really like in the surface. I don't know. But like that it needs to like be balanced, right? Your lights, your shadows, and all the situation that you are around. Um and for the Three of Cups, to be honest, here I'm getting like, usually this is about celebration, about like, all the fun and stuff. But here I feel that like perhaps you're doing this too much right now. Okay, that you actually need to be kind of less to kind of actually focus on yourself, to actually focus on yourself, and yeah, and don't party that much. Like it's always good to celebrate, right? It's always good to, yeah, it's always good to celebrate, but perhaps you're doing this too much. And like when I say too much, it's like you're just like going out with no purpose, no reason. You're just like doing it, and why you're doing that, right? And then at the bottom we have death. That is basically like transformation, right? When you do the work, you're gonna be someone different. You're gonna transform yourself into someone different. And then at the top we have the King of Cups, which is someone who's really like open for the emotions, for is a really compassionate person, gentle, like as like you can be like a man or a woman, but here is like is someone who's really open, is like emotionally available, right? And it also likes, and it's okay sharing their feelings, right? So perhaps you're not really like comfortable doing this right now, like sharing your feelings, how you feel about someone or about things. And that's kind of the reward, that you get when you do all the work. You're gonna be able to actually be emotionally available. You're gonna be able to express yourself emotionally, be gentle to other people, to be compassionate, and to actually control your emotions. Because I think like the King of Cups is about that too, like knowing how to control your emotions, having like healthy boundaries, having being aware of your emotions. Yes. Well, that's the message for today, guys. I hope you guys surrender to the healing, because it's yeah, it's important, and your life will change. Okay, so if you have any questions or any doubts, please let me know in the comments. Okay, or you can also message me on Instagram. Okay, so good luck, guys. Take care. Take care of this awesome heart that you have there, and let it crack open. Let this green light shine on your heart, and let it be all love, all be all like compassion. And guys, it's not about like being like how like um I have a really dark humor, so I almost said something that, anyway, but let it understand how you can share your emotions and also be you and also be yourself. Because I think a lot of people, they think that, oh, to let the emotions in, to understand your emotions, you need to write poetry, to, you know, to be all like lovey-dovey. And it's not about that at all. Okay. And I'm telling you guys about me, like totally like it's like my experience. I'm not like a lovey-dovey person with everyone, of course. Like I'm really respectful to people, but like I'm not like, oh, all light all the time, being like kissy, like kissing people, hugging people. Not my thing, you know. Like, so you just need to understand how that works for you. Okay. But yeah. So anyway, guys, if like to talk more, have any doubts, please text me on Instagram or leave it in the comments, and we will talk more about this. Or if there's anything you'd like me to talk more about it, I am going to start soon um, to like record some videos about my healing process. Anyway, so I can share a little bit of my experience in case anyone would like to know. And that's it. Okay, bye guys. Take care and good luck.